What's up everyone, it's your boy Shaka here, coming to you with another episode of Marauders. And today I'm really excited to unveil Vault Speedrunning. Are you tired of not getting enough loot? Are you pissed off about all the PvP you have to do? Would you prefer playing Marauders as a Kenyan running a marathon? Or maybe you're just looking for an excuse to constantly do meth and spice? Well, if any or all of these tickle your fancy, stick around and we'll find out how easy it is to speedrun vaults, get all the loot, get out without even seeing a single Marauder. Well, that's not totally true. But anyways, it's a get rich or die trying scheme. Are you in? Oh hey, and maybe we'll do a little competition. Who can do the fastest speedrun? I'll have some submission details and rules at the end of the video, but for now let's go into Colony Cruiser and haul ass. So the beauty about speedrunning is that there's a very high likely chance that you're not going to run into a single player. You can ignore most of the bots. You go to the highest tier loot location, pop the vault, get everything you can before people show up, and boom, you're out of there like a ghost. It never happened. And while you can bring a transmitter, spice, a bit of meth, a whole bunch of things to aid you in your quest to get in and out as quickly as possible, I'm going to do it without all that. Okay, maybe I'll do a little bit of spice and a little bit of meth, but for the most part, we're going to be doing this completely virgin. I'm completely vanilla. The reason I'm doing this is so I can show the viability of this strategy for certain players out there that might fall into this category of not really wanting to fight, but wanting to get that sweet score like the Italian job, baby. Hey, loot as spicy as a my mama's Gugazzi. Alright, so we've made it into the vault with 1 minute and 30 seconds expired on the clock. Now this is generally going to be dependent on where you breach in the Colony Cruiser, so we got ourselves a really good breach spot that got us close to the vault, and sometimes you're not going to get that, so if you're trying to run for the world record on this one, it's going to be very RNG based, and maybe that's going to be the case for all of the speedruns. But in my opinion, speedrunning in this game, that's going to be half the fun of it right there, is scoring that sweet RNG spawn that you get on the raid to do what you need to do, get in, get out, and get all that good loot. But that being said, if you're not trying to break a world record with these runs, you can still accomplish what you need to do, get everything you want before anybody's the wiser. I can see their faces right now. Yeah, they think you're just going to be out there scavenging for all the space debris. But when they go and check the vault, it's gonna be empty and you're gonna be gone. Wait, isn't this gonna be more like Ocean's 11 than the Italian job then?
Ocean's 11 and 13, this bitch.
Hey, alright. Now, just like in all of my speedruns, I didn't bring a transmitter with me, so I'm gonna run all the way to reactor to hit the gate and then leave through the pods to get out as quick as I can. Now, you're always gonna run into different sets of bots in each of the levels. I would say it's best to travel through areas where bots don't spawn in large numbers. Now, for example, going through farm is probably not the best idea. I do know that there are quite a few bots that spawn on this side compared to Hibernator, which is the other side. However, I had already cleared one side of it and I figured I would try and do a loop through so I could show you guys that even at its slowest, the speedrun strategy is still effective. Now, as I've said before, when you pod into Colony Cruiser, you're going to be put onto the second floor. This means that you're going to have a head start on anybody that goes through the airlocks. There's very few teams that are going to speedrun from the airlock down below all the way upstairs to try and check vault before you've gotten in and grabbed everything. This is partially the reason why I'm getting a bit cheeky here and checking the secret stashes before I go, because I know that the farm airlock hasn't opened yet and I haven't heard anybody breach in. So I'm in pretty good stead here to check all the stashes before I pod out. And as you can hear with the gunfire below, we've got people that have spawned in. However, they are only on the first floor of the Colony Cruiser, so we're definitely in the running for getting out of here without any problems. In fact, I'm so confident that I'm going to run the rest of this little speed run with an STG with only 4 bullets in the chamber. Let's go. Oh god, please don't let there be any bots over here, please.
It's quiet. Yeah. Too quiet.
What is wrong with his eyebrows? Alright, we're gonna head up to the reactor and hit the gate and maybe do a bit more cheeky looting. Alright, another quick tip here, everyone. Whenever you're running low on stamina, if you crouch, you actually gain your stamina back quicker. So don't do what I'm doing where I'm looting and just standing there like a goon and also getting stuck behind a door. You know, it's probably all that space meth I've been doing. Yep, that's gotta be it. Alright, those shots are a little close for comfort, but nothing bad has ever happened to a person filled with loot, so let's just pod out. And if you're a little bit lost here, don't forget to check out the map guides on my YouTube channel. Not a bad haul for just under 4 minutes. And there you have it, the first of the POIs, Colony Cruiser has been speed ran. But hey, maybe this is just a one-off. Maybe I got lucky with that first raid, so we'll just maybe have to set a couple world records, see who steps up to the plate and can do better. All in all, Colony Cruiser is a really fun speed run to do. do. There's not much competition. I hardly see anybody on that raid because you can pot in so quickly before any other team arrives that you can get the dirty deeds done and get out before anybody blinks. And hey, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and comment in the section below what you guys want to see next. Thanks again for watching and all the support. And time. Okay, so what did we get here on this run? We are at 5 minutes and 11 seconds. That's great. So for now, that is a new personal record and also the world record right now. Wow, I am a world record holder, guys. This is insane. Alright, so in this run, we've got prison and asteroid mine. I'm just going to check to see on the sticks where we're closest to before we hit it up. Alright, sweet. We're going to get asteroid mine. This is another one of my favorite speed runs for the vault because the gate button is really close to the pods. Another reason I like the speedrun vault strategy is that you don't necessarily have to commit a whole heck of a lot of your stuff. If you can afford to buy from the trader your armor, your weapon, and maybe just bring in a bigger bag, you're definitely going to have a low risk, high reward scenario when you pull stuff out of the raid. Even if you were to fail 2 times out of 10, you're still going to be pulling out insane amounts of loot in a very short period of time without too much drawback. Also, can we just admire this panda bear looking rock formation over here? I don't think I've ever noticed this before, but it's cute as hell. Now I realize the one thing that might be a bottleneck for this strategy is getting the blowtorches. The right amount of blowtorches. If you don't succeed and you lose a bunch of those, you're definitely going to have to go check the lock boxes, the yellow lid lock boxes, and the blue toolboxes to try to get a fresh blowtorch. Other than that, you're going to have to craft them yourselves, but you have to go through your 0 to hero quest to unlock the craftable version of the blowtorch. However, after a couple of successful runs, you're likely going to just run across some fresh blowtorches in the vault, so definitely try and stock up on those as you're doing more and more successful speed runs. That being said, if your blowtorch is anything below 60 juice, it's not going to have enough to power you through to open up the vault, so get rid of it. So a couple of you have been messaging me about my strategy of dropping my armor and helmet after the instance changes and I go into the raid itself. I do this personally because sometimes I feel like it doesn't necessarily load in my armor and helmet and I just want to make sure. So that's just kind of a superstition thing, but also it's early access, guys. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure this game is a little bit glitchy, so I just like to hedge my bets if I can help it. Also know that if you do have a shield on your back and you want it to be protecting you, bring it out after you load into that instance so that it actually loads into the game for you. If you don't, if you just keep it on your back from when you go from ship into the raid, it won't properly load sometimes and you won't get that protection on your back. So even though we didn't get one of the more optimal spawns for mine, we were able to just quickly run across, jump down into drill pit, and get to the vault within a minute and 40 seconds. So how I envision the vault speedrun world record parameters to be is that you have to fly in with a rust bucket or pod, go to the vault, open the vault yourself. You have to run this as a solo. I mean, we could do some team stuff later, but for now, we'll just make this a solo challenge. And once you get in there, you have to observe and or loot everything in those boxes. So you have to look in every container, observe what is in there, not just look at the question mark and go on. And then once you're done that, you can pod out once this is done, and that's when the clock will stop and the raid timer will be done. Submissions will have to go through me. I will observe every one of them. The raid has to be recorded in its entirety, and they also have to show the exact time that you finish that raid, as well as showing obviously going to the vault, opening the vault, and checking each and every container. Now logistically, I think this probably makes the most sense to be submitted through my Discord, so there'll be a Discord link below in the description. So once you're in there and you've got the proper verifications, you'll be able to post in a channel that is specifically named speedrunning submissions, and so we can sort it out that way. If there's any bottlenecks or certain things that I just didn't anticipate, we might switch it up, but for now I think that's probably the best idea. Discord won't really allow for large file sizes, so we can likely do something through a website like Metal TV, or you can record and then host the video yourself. Or maybe there's other websites that you enjoy. Maybe you can comment in the section below what you guys think, maybe what there would be for suggestions on different raid recorders that you can use. Just as long as the resolution and the quality of the recording is viewable, I should be able to accept it for whatever time you submit. Absolutely, the recording needs to have audio in it. And if you do get caught doctoring any of your videos, we will have to remove you from the leaderboard if you do have any speedruns already submitted, as well as you'll be banned from any submissions in the future. But maybe for now, we'll just wait till the end of the video video to show the parameters of what needs to be submitted, but also whenever you log in through the Discord, there might be some changes there. But for now, this seems like it's going to be pretty concrete and unchanging for the near future. Alright, so another successful raid, back-to-back speed runs where we were able to get into the vault and escape without any real problems. And again, everyone, don't forget to comment in the section below to tell me what you guys think might be an issue going forward. I do realize that we'll only be able to do this with solo speedrunning because trying to look at multiple recordings is going to make a lot of sense, and trying to loop in squad teams versus solos in the same world record standings isn't going to be fair and pretty problematic. And time. Let's see what we got for mine speedrun. 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Amazing. Another world record, y'all. Alright, so we're just going to do one more video for today. It'll be the Terraformer speedrun. I did have other videos that I wasn't going to post, but I figure it would be kind of just a bit of a jammy mess if we had all the videos in one. But as a strategy, it's very viable. You got to take my word for it on this one. I'll post some other videos if you guys are really keen, but every single raid and POI that I went into, I was able to speedrun all the vaults and collect a tidy benchmark for different POIs and their records that need to be broken. I do have video evidence, but maybe just take it for granted that I'm not trying to lie. I'm certainly not doing this the fastest that could be done. At a later date, I'll probably do my own speed runs to try to break previous records, but we'll see how things go and how much the community picks up on this. Okay, back to the speed run. So this is a solo POI with Terraformer. Terraformer is going to be one of the more difficult maps because it's such a long distance to run. However, the benefit of it is that there are so many different areas where you can pod out. Basically, you're just beholden to the RNG gods to try to find the closest airlock to the vault. On top of that, we've got a solo POI, so that means that a concentration of Marauders are going to come here rather than the other one. There's not going to be a split deck, so this should be a good test for the speedrun strategy. So generally, a successful speedrun to the vault is going to result in weapons that are generally quite rare, ones that have attachments that you don't normally find or you can't craft, as well as heavy shields, better armor, better helmets, money, as well as different ammo types and supply drops. But while there are attempts to do the speedrun record, you have to be solo. You can do this with players. Just doing it together is a lot of fun as well. If you guys are all looking for a come up, it's a good way to just grab everything with a couple of smaller bags. Like I said before, low risk, high reward. It doesn't matter if you don't win. You can always come back and try another speed run. It's quick turnover, which is a lot of fun to me. There's a lot of action and you can get a lot of stuff in a very short period of time. That being said, I want to know what you guys think about this strategy. Do you think it's viable? Do you think it's something that you would do on your spare time, or something that you would want to tackle trying to beat the record? Or maybe you had an experience with the speedrun that you want to share with everybody. Just let me know in the comment section below. Alright, so we're in the center circle. We still didn't really get the best spawn ever, but we're going to make our way over there. I would suggest if you ever run out of stamina and you still want to keep sprinting, that you can intermittently sprint like I'm doing here. It kind of messes up the audio cues for sprinting, which is actually helpful. I've noticed that it kind of diminishes the amount of noise that you make when you're full sprinting versus doing a tap formation. I'm not really the greatest at this. I would say check out Severino if you want to see on Twitch. He's really good at that kind of strategy. Alright, so we're almost at the vault. I would say this is one of the better vaults to be loud at. You can definitely use the blowtorch without having to worry about people hearing you. Asteroid mine is actually one of the more sketchy ones, and also maybe the spaceport is going to be another one of those where people can get fairly close and be able to hear you shooting your blowtorch and making lots of noise popping that bad boy open. Because Terraformer is such a big vault with so many containers, time is of the essence to get in there and break that record. But if you're speedrunning just for fun, I would say it's one of the better speedruns to do because the vault is just that juicy. However, you will be running into players more often than not here, just because of the amount of time it takes to travel depending on what airlock you get out of. Also, full disclosure, there is discussion of turrets being operational on the top of the Terraformer vault, so this might change the dynamic of the speedrun in Terraformer at some point, so we'll have to go with that as it comes. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do. We'll probably have some artifacts showing speedrun times previous to major changes in the speedrun dynamic. But rest assured, there will be an archive of your speed time runs. There will just be changes obviously to this game going forward, so sometimes there might be a new record that has to be achieved or accomplished, or maybe there'll be a time that can never be beat anymore. We'll just cross that bridge when we get there. So as you can see, we've been able to find some pretty decent stuff, a bit of money, a bit of craftable items, and not a single shot to be heard across the map yet. I'm actually really excited about the speedrunning event that we're going to be holding. building. It's going to be something that can just be easily implemented and held onto in the community. So I'm pretty excited to be bringing this to you guys. I hope everybody really enjoys it and people want to participate, or at the very least I'm able to shed some light on the speedrunning idea of just going into the vault, getting that good loot out, and just, you know, generally progressing and getting better at the game. All right, so we're heading up to center tower. We got to hit that gate button and then let's just get the frick out of here, because I'm worried that there's definitely going to be people showing up soon. Running across these open areas is definitely a prospect you want to have some stamina for, so I'm just going to take a quick break, crouch, and grab some water, and I'm going to do my best to channel my inner Rocky Balboa training sequence and get the heck out of here. Holy crap, I was lucky there. I didn't have almost any stamina, but I was still able to get the headshot off. Whew, that was close. But we don't have any time to get this freebooter bag. We've got a record to set, baby. Let's go.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, okay.
Well, on another day, we would have gotten that booter bag, but at the moment, I've got quite a few already, so don't hate on me too much for leaving that behind. But we definitely picked up a good amount of stuff, so let's get to safety and get back to our little home base, wherever that is. But as an example of the strategy, that was the only player that I ran into on all of my recordings, even the ones that I didn't post today. So hopefully this video illustrates to you how viable the speedrun vault option is, and maybe this is a good way to dovetail the speedrunning community into the Marauders universe. If you get bored of doing your 0 to hero, of just PvPing, who knows, maybe you'll become a world record holder. So at the time of this recording, we've got Colony Cruiser at 5 minutes and 11 seconds, Asteroid Mine at 4 minutes and 43 seconds, and soon we'll add Terraformer to that list, as well as the other times that I was able to do that I didn't post, but I can post if you guys want me to. Let me know in the section below. And time. All right, what do we got here? Okay, so definitely one of the longer vault speedruns, but I'm pretty excited for this. Alright, here are the lists of the other speedruns I was able to accomplish. Unfortunately, I don't think I was recording Merchant Ship and Spaceport, and then I tried to re-accomplish them, but the RNG gods were not in my favor, and I wasn't able to get Spaceport or Merchant Ship for a very, very long time, so I kind of gave up and just wanted to make the video anyways. If you are interested in submitting a speedrun, don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description below. There will be a list of rules and instructions on how to submit your link. Likely the leaderboard will be posted on my Twitch as well as in the Discord, as well as we'll be trying to get a submission to the speedrun.com website. But for now, when you do submit, please make sure you look at the current world records in case the video that you are trying to submit is not going to be faster than those times. And as I've said before, please include a timestamp that shows that you beat or tied the previous record along with the video, including audio that shows the solo participant loading into a rust bucket, going into the POI, opening the vault, observing and or looting items in each and every container, and extracting with the raid statistics clearly visible at the end, as well as the name you would like to be associated with for that speedrun time. Alright y'all, thanks so much for watching. I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to be getting out there soon and doing some more speedruns, tackling some of the numbers that I really want to hit. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the strategy in general, as well as what you guys want to see in the future, maybe some other speedrun ideas or different events that you might want to see in the Marauders universe. Okay, ciao for now.